All right, let's dive in. This time we're looking at party dresses. But hold on, not just any party dresses. We're talking elegant and modest designs, especially for mature plus size women. And, from my notes in these sources, it seems like finding that perfect dress can be a real struggle. This designer, though, seems to be tackling that head on.
Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? I mean, this designer is really focusing on a group that well, often gets overlooked in the fashion world. It's not just about making pretty clothes. It's more about understanding what this audience actually needs and wants.
For sure. And what really stands out to me is this emphasis on comfort. They really want to make dresses that, make women feel confident and beautiful, but without having to sacrifice comfort.
Right, absolutely. And that comes through in all their choices. Like,
Hmm.
take the necklines, for instance. They're thinking about cowl, round scoop, and square necklines. Each one gives you a different level of coverage, a different kind of sophistication.
Oh, I do love a good cowl neck. So elegant. And you mentioned wanting something to elongate the neckline, which a cowl can definitely do. What are your thoughts on the other options?
Well, a round scoop is always a classic. It softens things up, can be very flattering, especially if you want something that feels, approachable and comfy. A square neckline, though, that adds some structure, can make a really striking silhouette, especially on a plus-size figure.
So it's all about finding that balance between coverage, sophistication, and how it frames your face. What about sleeves? You wanted some arm coverage? Looks like the designer has a few options there too.
Sleeves are great. They can add a lot of elegance and give you options with a dress. They're looking at elbow-length sleeves. That's classic, timeless, always good for a formal event.
Good point. You mentioned in your notes wanting a dress that could work for different events, so elbow length seems like a good choice. But they're also thinking about something a bit more dramatic.
Exactly. Bishop sleeves, for example, those add a touch of drama, some volume, good if you're going for a more romantic or bohemian kind of feel. And then, for something really different, there's illusion sleeves. They create a delicate look, almost ethereal.
Oh, illusion sleeves. Like those sheer lacy sleeves that add elegance without being too heavy. Perfect for a summer party or a special occasion.
And speaking of making a statement, let's talk silhouettes. The designer is leaning towards A-line or empire waist designs. Both are known to be very flattering on mature women.
You mentioned liking how A-line dresses, skim over curves and have that sense of movement. And an empire waist, yeah, it can really highlight the bust, create a beautiful shape.
Absolutely. And both of these silhouettes are comfortable, easy to move in. That's something this designer seems to really care about. It's not just about looks, it's about how the dress feels on your body.
It's like merging fashion and function, which is so important for a party dress, right? You want to feel good all night. Now let's get to those little details that can really elevate a design. Gathered fabric, soft pleats, maybe even a touch of beaded lace trim.
Details, they make all the difference. Gathered fabric drapes beautifully, adds visual interest. Soft pleats bring in texture, dimension, but not too much. And the lace trim, well, that's a touch of luxury, elevates the whole look of the dress.
I'm picturing delicate lace trim along the neckline or hemline, just a hint of something special. You wanted a dress that felt luxurious but not overdone, and it sounds like they're getting that right. What about the hemline itself? What lengths are they considering?
They're focused on knee-length or midi hemlines, both classic timeless choices. They offer a nice balance between coverage and style. You wanted something appropriate for a mature woman, and these lengths definitely fit that.
Plus, they work well with both A-line and empire waist. Now, I've got to know about the fabrics. You love those soft, luxurious materials. Looks like they have some great ones in mind.
Oh, the fabrics are gorgeous. They're thinking chiffon, lightweight satin, crepe for that flow, and maybe charmeuse or a soft lace overlay for a touch of luxury.
Okay, I'm picturing myself twirling in one of these. Chiffon is so light, perfect for a summer party. Satin has that sheen and drape, so elegant. And crepe that can be dressed up or down, so versatile.
And importantly, they're focused on fabrics with some stretch. Comfort and ease of movement are key, especially for mature women who want to feel good, unrestricted.
So true. It's about that balance of style and comfort. So we're looking at a collection of party dresses made to flatter and celebrate curves with an emphasis on elegance, modesty, and comfort. I'm already feeling inspired.
And we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore in terms of the specific design details and how it all comes together to make a really stunning collection.
Well, I can't wait to dive deeper. This is shaping up to be a deep dive into fashion design that's both informative and, well, inspiring.
It's amazing, this designer isn't just thinking about how the dresses look. They're really focused on how they'll make women feel, like inside and out.
Yeah, that's true. It's like they're designing with empathy,
Yeah.
understanding what their audience wants and needs. In your notes, you mentioned how tough it is to find dresses that fit well, everywhere. Does it seem like they're addressing that?
Oh, definitely. Fit is a big focus for them. They use those flowing silhouettes like the A-line and Empire waist to like skim over curves, makes a flattering shape not too clingy.
And those fabrics with stretch? That's crucial for comfort and a good fit, especially for plus-size women. Sometimes the proportions aren't what you typically see in mainstream fashion.
Right. It's like they're saying, forget those one-size-fits-all ideas. We're designing for real bodies. They want women to feel comfortable and confident.
I love that. It's really celebrating curves, individuality. We talked about necklines, sleeves, silhouettes, fabrics, all those design elements. But I'm curious, how do they all come together? What's the overall look they're going for?
Hmm. I'd say it's modest elegance. They blend those classic elements with a modern feel. The look is sophisticated, timeless, something you could wear to lots of different events.
I'm picturing a woman walking into a party totally confident in one of these dresses. She's not trying to be the center of attention, but she's just, she has this grace and style.
Exactly. It's not about being uh, flashy or revealing. It's more about embracing your, femininity, expressing your style authentically
Hmm.
in a way that makes you feel empowered.
Yeah, it's like they're saying you don't need to show a lot of skin to be sexy or stylish. True beauty comes from within, and these dresses just like amplify that.
And it's not just the clothes themselves, it's the message behind them. This collection is a statement. It's about inclusivity, body positivity, challenging those old-fashioned norms that tell women how they should dress.
Right. Like they're saying, forget those rules. We're celebrating all bodies. Every woman deserves to feel confident and radiant, no matter her age or size.
And what's exciting is that message is really resonating. We're seeing a shift in fashion, a move toward inclusivity, celebrating diversity.
It's refreshing, isn't it? It's time we saw more real women in fashion, and it's inspiring to see designers like this one leading the way.
Absolutely. I think this is just the beginning. We'll see more designers embracing inclusivity, creating clothes for a wider range of bodies and styles.
That's a great thought. More options, more ways for women to express themselves through fashion. That's something to be excited about.
Another thing that struck me is the designer's attention to detail. They're not just like randomly throwing things together. Every choice, the neckline, the hemline, the embellishments, it's all deliberate, adds to the overall aesthetic.
Oh, for sure. Like we talked about, those little touches, the gathered fabric, pleats, lace trim, it's not overdone, but they use those details so well to add texture, dimension, and a touch of luxury.
Right. Finding that balance between simple and sophisticated.
Hmm.
And they clearly understand how to make a garment that looks good and flatters different body types.
It's like they're artists. Fabric and design are their tools to create these wearable masterpieces.
And like any good artist,
Mm.
they're not afraid to, experiment, push boundaries, combining unexpected things, playing with proportions, creating a look that's unique, but also timeless.
In your notes, you mentioned wanting a dress that felt special, something that would make you stand out. Do you think these dresses achieve that?
Definitely.
Mm.
These aren't your average party dresses. They're carefully made, thoughtfully designed, and there's this feeling of individuality,
Hmm.
I think any woman would feel confident and radiant wearing them.
Like they're saying you deserve to feel special, and these dresses can help you shine.
And it's not just for special occasions either. These dresses can be dressed up or down, wear them to a wedding, a party, a date night, even just out with friends.
That's so key. You wanted a dress that could work for different things, and these designs fit the bill.
This whole conversation has me thinking about my own wardrobe. I'm feeling inspired to try new things and find clothes that make me feel good.
Mm.
That's the power of a good deep dive. It's not just about learning stuff. It's about getting inspired, thinking differently about things.
Yeah, and here it's about embracing your own beauty, expressing it through your style. I love that. We talked about the design, the aesthetic, the message. What were your biggest takeaways? What stood out most to you?
I think it's the commitment to making clothes that not only look good, but feel good too. They care about comfort, ease of movement, and those amazing fabrics that feel great against your skin.
That's a good point. It's like they're saying you don't have to choose between comfort and style. You can have both.
Exactly. And that's something that I think, especially for mature women who've often been told they have to choose one or the other, really resonates with them.
It's like they're breaking down those old-fashioned barriers, right?
Uh-huh.
Saying, hey, you can be comfortable, lady stylish, modest and glamorous, matured and vibrant. Yeah, it's about like rewriting the rules, creating a fashion world that celebrates, being different, being yourself.
Couldn't agree more. And this collection really shows what's possible when we embrace that and challenge those old ways of thinking.
It's inspiring, for sure. Now, if you had to give our listener one piece of advice based on all this, what would it be?
Hmm. I'd say embrace your own style. Don't be afraid to experiment. Fashion should be fun, empowering, not like a set of rules. Find what makes you feel good, beautiful, and go for it.
I love that. You mentioned in your notes wanting to step out of your comfort zone with your wardrobe. Has this deep dive given you any ideas?
Oh, absolutely. This designer's approach is so inspiring. It's all about finding clothes that make you feel like your best self,
Yeah.
and being open to trying new things.
So true. It's not about following trends blindly. It's about what works for you, what looks good on your body, what makes you feel confident.
Right. And fashion is always changing, so don't be afraid to play around with different styles. See what you like, what feels right for you.
It's like a journey of self-discovery through clothes. I like that.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up this awesome deep dive, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier, the idea that this is about more than just fashion. It's about empowerment.
Yeah, that's key. When you feel good in what you're wearing, it shows. You feel more confident, and that lets you be your true self out in the world.
And for mature plus-size women who haven't always been seen or celebrated by the fashion world, this is a big deal. It's like saying, you are beautiful. You deserve to feel amazing, stylish.
It is. It's about taking back your power, loving your body at any age, any size.
It's about saying, I'm not going to hide. I'm going to